What's up, guys? Today we are going to be going over LSU's football schedule and predicting their 2020 schedule. So, I'm not the best at predicting, and I'm not going to show their players and all that, but we're just going to predict what we think will happen. So, let's do it. And make sure to take in factor that we are predicting these games by if there was fans in the stadium. So just to take that in factor, just take that in factor. Okay, heading on to LSU's first game against UTSA. UTSA is not a very good team, and the Tigers, they might not be the best. They probably will not be as good as last year, but still, I don't see UTSA put much of a fight. LSU is going to win pretty big, starting off 1-0. This one is going to be a very tough prediction to make, and it took me a little bit to think about, even with, having fans in. But, LSU is going to have the home field advantage. We saw last year was a great game, and LSU was great last year. This is Sam Ehlinger's last year, I'm pretty sure, so he's going to be going all out. But I am predicting LSU to win at home against Texas. It's going to be a heck of a game. It's going to be a dogfight. But LSU's taking the dub, and it could be as close as 3 points. I'm going to say 7-3, maybe stretch to 10, but that's about it. It's going to be close. Okay, moving on to week 3. LSU is facing Rice. It looks like it's just in Houston, not in either team's home stadium. I'm not for sure, though, but it says in Houston, Texas, which any other place really doesn't say that stuff, so that's what I'm assuming. But anyways, it's going to be a cakewalk for LSU, I think. So, I'm picking LSU to win big. They might, I'm not sure. It's going to be about like the UTSA game, though, that's for sure. Next up, LSU is going to be facing Ole Miss. It is going to be a home game for LSU. And Ole Miss, I think Lane Kiffin just moved to Ole Miss football team. And he usually has a pretty good first year, it seems like, as he did in FAU. But I'm still picking LSU. They're the home team. I don't see Ole Miss beating them. But you never know. LSU by about 20 or so. LSU's taking the dub, though. Next up, LSU's facing Nichols. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But anyways, they're a pretty small school. LSU should absolutely annihilate them. This really feels like it ain't worth talking about, but I'm pretty sure they about beat Georgia or was close or beat them maybe a few years back. I'm not sure, but anyways, LSU's going to win huge, bigger than the Rice and UTSA game. So combine those scores, and that's how much they'll win by. But they're actually going to win huge, though. So this game is going to be a huge game, and it's going to be about home field advantage. I know we are taking that into encounter, as I said at the beginning, and that's going to help Florida out beat the Tigers in a very close game, but Florida's going to win. They're a lot like Texas as far as overall-wise, but at the end of the day, they get the home field advantage. That's why I'm picking them. That's why I didn't pick Texas over LSU there. So there's my prediction for that game. So this is a interesting game. Felipe Franks, that used to play for Florida, I'm pretty sure transferred to Arkansas, and I would assume he's going to get the starting job. But that's besides the point. The point is they are coming off a loss to Florida. LSU is, as far as the prediction shows, and if that happens, I could see, and being at Arkansas, I could see Arkansas putting up a little bit of a battle, maybe pulling off an upset. At the end of the day, I think LSU is going to bounce back and get the win versus the Razorbacks. Next up, right before the bye week, LSU's got Mississippi State. And, I don't know, this could be an interesting game in a way, but I think LSU's going to get the win pretty easily. I could be very wrong, though, but I think they're going to get the win pretty easily. I think it's going to be a pretty easy game for the Tigers. So after the bye week, LSU's playing Alabama, and I was thinking, LSU, I'm probably going to predict them to win. But then I looked at Alabama's schedule, and I'm pretty sure they got a bye week 2 before this game. And both teams kind of lost their starting cornerback, but the thing is, Alabama, one of their QBs have been playing for a little bit during that time, and he's battling someone who's really good too. And LSU's great too. and it's at LSU. So this is a really tough decision, one of the bigger ones. But I'm actually going to go with Alabama at LSU. I just like Alabama in this game. I just do. So I'm going to pick Alabama over LSU. Okay, for this game, LSU versus South Carolina, it's at LSU. This is going to be a very easy win for LSU, in my opinion. I mean, South Carolina maybe could put up a fight. They did beat Georgia last year, but still, it's at LSU. Come on now. LSU's winning. So heading on to the next game, LSU will be taking on Auburn at Auburn. So it will be a battle of the Tigers versus the Tigers. It's going to be a good game. I think Auburn's going to give them a good fight. I just think Auburn will be really looking forward to that Alabama game at Alabama, and they just won't be prepared for it. And neither team's got a bye or anything during this. So I'm going to pick LSU, but not by a ton either, because LSU does have a big game too ahead. But still, I'm picking LSU by about 10 or more. So the last game of the season for the LSU Tigers, I think we all remember whenever 2 years ago when LSU played Texas A&M. That was an insane game, 7 overtimes. Texas A&M, I'm pretty sure, ended up winning. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but anyways, I'm going to predict LSU to win. I think Texas A&M is a little worse than Auburn, and I'm predicting LSU to beat Auburn. So, yeah, I'm picking LSU, even though it's at Texas A&M. But Texas A&M is going to be a pretty good team this year, better than last year. So watch out for them. You never know. They could win, but I'm picking the Tigers in this one. After the prediction of the LSU 2020 football schedule, I predict them to go 10-2. We are not going to predict who wins the conference and all that, counting that record and stuff. But we will on a video eventually showing who will win the conference. But this is just about the regular season schedule. So at the end of the day, LSU is going to finish 10-2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and more videos will be in the future. See ya. Peace.